Here is Danny, and today with a buying guide for Battlefield 2042 and how to save the most money per platform. Also what my own plan will be. Most prices in this video will be in euros. Okay, let's start off with getting it the cheapest on first party sites. This does not include grey market sites like Stolen2A. PlayStation has EA Play for $1 at the moment, which means 10% discount on all EA games. So the base PlayStation 4 version, which does not give you access to the PlayStation 5 upgrades, will drop down €7 from 70 to 63. The PlayStation 5 edition goes from 80 to 72, which is still crazy expensive just for the base edition. Gold goes down €10, and the Ultimate Edition goes down €12. Minus the €1 spent on EA Play, that is some decent savings. Although the game is still really expensive on PlayStation. Of course, PC and Xbox also got EA Play, where you can either buy it normally or it is included in Game Pass. Which nicely gives me the discount per edition, thanks Microsoft Store. Of course, do take off how much you have spent on EA Play, but it is some discount nonetheless. And even if you don't pre-order the game, EA Play gives you access to the early beta. Whenever that comes, I have no idea though. PC is by default the cheapest, and you don't need to get the Gold Edition to get access to next gen features like 128 players, where it costs you far more on Xbox and PlayStation. Which brings me to the editions. Like I said, consoles need a special and more expensive edition in order to get all the next gen benefits, which is also included in the Gold and Ultimate Edition. If you currently only got a last gen system and are planning to get the PlayStation 5 or Series X as soon as they are available later down the line, the Gold Edition might be the best choice since it works cross-generation, PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, etc. Next to that, the Gold Edition includes the 1-year Battle Pass and a week early access to the game. And then there is the super expensive Ultimate Edition, which tries to warrant its €20 bump in the price by including the music and artwork of the game, which you can find somewhere online anyway, and a special skin which makes you look like a space kook, also a gun and vehicle skin, which honestly is not a great deal. Also, if you pre-ordered one version but eventually want to go up or down a tier, you have to cancel your original order and then pre-order it again. I wish there was a better way. The next part, you have chosen the PC version as your platform, well done. Now to find out what store you will use. The game has the same price on all three, which are Steam, Origin and Epic. Epic as a store absolutely offers nothing extra, and I personally think it works awfully. But so does Origin. However, if you got Game Pass on PC, you can get some discounts for basically free, since you most likely didn't buy Game Pass for discounts on Battlefield 2042, but for the games. And whatever non-Origin store you choose, it will run a light version of Origin in the background. So most people would think, why bother with another store version if you need Origin anyway? Well, I personally would go for Steam. Not only the platform works the best for me, it is of course older and has more development, it also has far more features like time tracking, achievements you can show off, a way better friend system, if you have friends of course, and trading cards which you can sell off again for real life money. And even though it will need Origin to run, it is a lighter version which you don't have to interact with, which is nice since you don't get this shit. I also prefer the patching system over Origins, which seems to be faster and less scrolling through files, which Origin seems to do all the time. And if you love having all your games together, the Steam version also plans an edition of the game in your Origin library, so you can even play it from there. In a way, you get the game on both platforms. Also, if you really hate EA and want to give them less money, Steam takes a cut, so technically EA gets less money if you're into that. Yay? Steam also seems to have some great sales. One day there were even Battlefield 5 points for sale, something I have not seen on Origin actually. So you could get like €20 worth of points for like €5, which is a good deal surprisingly. However, if you really don't care about all the Steam things and just want to go Origin, there might be another good way, EA Pro. A subscription like Game Pass that includes early access to all newly released games, including Battlefield 2042. It is €100 a year, which is a cute amount, but if you are planning on the most expensive version anyway, it could be a way to do it. And if you want to get 2 EA games, you will be cheaper for that year. However, you would still need to get the game a year later if you want to play and didn't resubscribe to the service. However, and I know I say however a lot, however, with the game being a year older at that point, the game must have been discounted sometimes already. Hell, just look at Battlefield 5. It released and 2 weeks later it was on sale already. Also, the last time with Battlefield 5, if you got EA Pro, you got to keep the deluxe edition items, even though you got the normal version when the subscription was over, with as a result deluxe feeling less of a scam. So TLDR, get EA Access for discount, which might save you $3 if you pay full price for EA Access and the cheapest edition, or you save way more depending on the version. Gold seems to be the best deal for players who know that they will be playing the game a bunch at launch. Ultimate is a fairly bad deal, unless you really want the skin I guess, or are terrible with money. The next gen games are overpriced as heck, and Origin and Steam both got their own pros. But I can't really think about any for the Unepic Game Store. I will get the game on Steam myself, and if I would have to pay for it myself, it would be the Gold Edition. However, since I'm a YouTuber, I am in the rare position where I know I can get my money back nonetheless. So I probably get the awfully priced Ultimate Edition and maybe make a video on it. And other YouTubers would probably get it from EA. So yeah, let me know in the comments which version you will get and why. But hey, that is all I got for now. Subscribe for more. This was Danny and I see you on the battlefield.